Hello everyone, this is Warning Coordination Meteorologist John Fawcett with the National Weather Service office serving southern New Mexico and far west Texas. This weather briefing concerns a potential heavy rain and flash flood event coming up in the next few days, and the time of this briefing is Thursday afternoon, September 4th. We have a lot of players involved with this potential wet scenario. In the upper left-hand corner of the graphic, there is an L with counterclockwise arrows going around it. That signifies an upper-level trough, and the flow around that trough will be drawing moisture up ahead of it. But that's not enough, is it? We have an upper-level high to the east, that blue H, that has clockwise flow doing the very same thing. In fact, the flow around those features is converging and bringing moisture up from two tropical systems. One of them is pretty much dead and gone. Dolly's remnants are still to our south, though, just ready to flow up into our area. And then Norbert is still an organized tropical system moving northwestward near Baja California. And so it's not that much different than a year ago in September, which was quite damaging, and yet those tropical systems down to our south we're injecting quite a bit more moisture than these two will do. If that isn't enough, overnight, Friday into early Saturday, you have a backdoor cold front coming in from the northeast, providing additional lift. So now you have the southerly flow, you have tropical moisture, and you have additional lift from the backdoor front. Thursday evening, this evening, the computer models are indicating moisture moving up into our area, but still not a lot. It began moving up yesterday when a few storms popped up, but they were high off the ground. Not much rain reached the ground. Today, a little more moisture, a few more storms, maybe a little more rain reaching the ground, especially over higher terrain, but just wait until Friday and Saturday, especially Saturday, and that moisture will have moved up in abundance. And then the upper level high to our east, which really facilitated that southerly flow, will start backing westward. That will serve to trap the moisture, and storms that form with the influence of the backdoor front, they will not be moving quickly. That means a lot of rain will be over one spot. Heavy rain is what we're expecting. And the total precipitation, according to the Weather Prediction Center, is anywhere from 1.5 inches to approaching 3 inches over a widespread area. That means for sure you're going to get a couple of isolated spots of 5 or more inches of rain, and that could be trouble. So this is the total precipitation from tonight through Sunday morning. The Sacramento Mountains will probably benefit the most, I guess, if you want to say benefit, but if it's too much rain, there might be some damaging effects. The possible impacts: flash flooding, especially burn scars and the infamous low water crossings and flood-prone areas that we should be familiar with by now. There could be some road closures due to flooding, and then some homes and buildings, especially in areas that are just weren't wise areas to build in the first place. They may have water coming into the homes from flooding, and there could even be evacuations like we've seen already this season a couple of times. Emergency managers, once again, we stress that you monitor the latest statements and forecasts. Right now, we don't have any watches and warnings. We're anticipating flash flood watches, at least one to be issued as early as Friday evening and more likely Saturday and Sunday. Flash flood warnings, there should be several of those. Something not as likely but still possible Sunday, when you start to get a little more wind aloft. You might have thunderstorms reaching severe limits, which would produce damaging winds and even some large hail. Uncertainties. Well, the timing and location of the heavy rain at this point is difficult because the models have been inconsistent. We know there's going to be heavy rain. We know there's probably going to be some flooding. We just don't know exactly where. And then if there's too much cloud cover from all this moisture coming in, that might limit your instability. You won't get the surface heating you need from sunshine in the morning, and then You might have too much cooling behind the back door front. Those are possibilities we have to monitor. You may like that because it would produce steady, light to moderate rain with just a few areas of heavy rain. That would be really beneficial, but cannot promise that. And when does this main threat back off? We think it's peaking overnight into Saturday morning all the way through Sunday morning. But when does the main threat back off? Some models indicate we still could be getting some heavy rain on Monday, just not the peak of it. And then by Tuesday, we're really expecting some drying by then. Now, monitor the latest information through all these avenues here. We have our webpage, Twitter handle, our YouTube channel, and of course our Facebook presence. Thank you for your time, and we'll update this probably tomorrow afternoon, if not sooner. Once again, thank you.